Hey guys, what's up? This is YouTube channel Proton Classes, and this video is about solid state part 3, and we are going to study here about space lattice or crystal lattice, unit cells, types of unit cells, and so on. First, what is crystal lattice? Crystal lattice is a three-dimensional arrangement of points. It is a three-dimensional arrangement of my points, means this crystal lattice has length and breadth, and third one is height. Length, breadth, and height. Fine. Now, what are the characteristics of crystal lattice? Crystal lattice, the first point is each point in lattice is called lattice point. This each point in crystal lattice, these are points, and these points are called lattice points. Second one is each point in a crystal lattice represent one constituent particle. These are one constituent particles, like the corners of a cube or a cuboid or any 3D shape. The constituent particles can be atom, can be molecule, or can be an ion. Next one is lattice points are arranged in straight lines to bring out the geometry of the lattices. Lattice. These are the state points. These are straight points. Next one, a unit cell has length, has breadth, and has height, and the angle between them must not always be 90 degree. It can be anything, like this is between B and C, between breadth and height is alpha, between A and B, between length and breadth is gamma, and between x-axis and the z-axis is beta. It is not necessary that these angles are always 90 degree. It can be any angle. Therefore, the shape can be anything. It is not necessary that it is a cubic or a cuboid. Next one, what is a unit cell? A unit cell is the smallest portion of a crystal lattice. It is the smallest portion, but when it is repeated in different direction, it generates the entire lattice. It generates the entire lattice. Like in a chessboard, each cube, when repeated in all directions, length, breadth, and height, we can get the chessboard. Like in a solid, this pink part is a unit cell, and it is repeated in all directions to get a cubic lattice. It is the smallest portion, like a cell in a human body. Next one is a unit cell. Characteristics are it has length, b breadth, and c height. These edges may not be mutually perpendicular. Next, these are the angles alpha, beta, and gamma. Next, there are primitive and center unit cells. First one is primitive unit cells. When constituent particles are present only at the corner positions of a unit cell, it is called primitive unit cell. When only present at the corner, not any other point. Corner means these cubic. This is a cube, and the point and the substituent atoms, like atoms, molecules, or can be anything, are present only at the corners. Then it is called primitive unit cell. Only at the corner means the atoms or molecules or ion must not be at any other positions except at the atoms. These four at the top and four at the bottom, means at the four vertices. Then this is called primitive unit cell. Next one is centered unit cell. When we talk about centered unit cell, it consists of one or more constituent particles present at positions other than corners. Other than corner means in body, the body centered unit cell always consists of primitive plus one atom at the body, at the center of the body. At the center of the body. Center of the body means at the center of the cube, and where the diagonals intersect at the body of the unit cell. Therefore, the body centered unit cell consists of one constituent particle at its body centered, besides the one that are at its corner. The center unit cell are of three types. Center unit cell of three types. The first is body center, second one is face center, third one is end center. Body center unit cell consists of atoms at the corners plus one atom at the center of the center of the cube or any cubic unit cell. Next one is face center. Face center also consists of atoms at the corners, at 8 corners, and one at each face. How many faces a cube have? A cube has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There are 6 faces, and 6 faces, and at each face there is a one atom plus atoms at the corners. Next one is end-centered unit cell. In end-centered unit cell, similar like previous one, each particle at the corners plus each atom is present at the center of any two opposite faces. Means at top and bottom there is a atom at center one. At top face and bottom face, the atom at between both faces. Left face, right face, and between one face. And this face again one. These are called face center. But remember this: the atoms are always at the corners plus at the bit at faces. Now, next point to consider is number of atoms in a unit cell. Number of atoms in a unit cell. We already considered that how many atoms at corners. There are 8 atoms at the corners, but each atom is shared by another number of atoms, number of unit cells. Each atom is shared by number of unit cells. How many? We will come at this point after studying this. First one, this is called primitive cubic unit cell. Primitive cubic unit cell, the atoms at only at the centers. We had simplified this by taking only a single atom, and how this single atom is shared by how this single atom is shared by 8 unit cells. We can see here that this atom is shared by how many unit cells? 2 at the front, 1 and 2. 2 at the front, 2 at the back. I'm naming it as 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 at the top front, sorry, 2 at the top fronts, naming it as 6, 7, 5, 6, and 2 at the back, 7 and 8. Therefore, how many unit cells are sharing this atom? 8 atoms are sharing this one atom. So number of each atom at corner is shared by 8 adjacent unit cells. Remember it, each atom is all at corner atoms is shared by 8 unit cells. Now, number of atoms at the corner 8. Why? Because there are 8 vertices. Contribution by each atom. Each atom is contributing only 1/8 to first unit cell. Second one again 1/8 is shared by second unit cell, and again 1/8 is shared by fifth, sixth, and so on. Therefore, contribution by each atom is 1/8 to a particular unit cell. Now, how many atoms present in? Now come to above point. Here it is written at corner 1/8 of particle, atom or ion. Why 1/8? Because each atom is shared by 8 unit cells. Therefore, a single unit cell shares 1/8 of each atom. Now, number of atoms present in unit cell. There are 8 atoms, and each atom is shared only 1/8 by the unit cell. Therefore, 8 cancel by 8. Therefore, the number of present in a unit cell is only 1 for a primitive cubic unit cell. Next one is body centered cubic unit cell. In a body center cubic unit cell, there are atoms at the corners. Plus one atom at the body center. Now, each corner atom is shared only 1/8 by a unit cell. This one unit cell shares only 1/8 of these atoms at the corner. These atoms at the corner, therefore 1 upon 8 into 8 is again 1. Now, this body center is shared fully by the unit cell. This body center, जो ये body center एटम है, ये पूरा यूनिट सेल इसी को शेयर कर रहा है, कोई और यूनिट सेल इसको शेयर नहीं कर रहा है. दिस यूनिट सेल इज नॉट शेयर, दिस एटम इज नॉट शेयर बाय एनी अदर यूनिट सेल, therefore totally 1. Now corners 1, for corners 1, for body center 1, total is combined as 2. Next one is face centered cubic unit cell. Face center means we already know that in a face centered cubic cell there are 8 corners, and each atom is shared 1/8 by a unit cell, therefore 1 upon 8 into 8 is again 1. Now the main point is contribution by atoms on the faces. Each atom is if the atoms are at the faces, then each atom is shared by 2 unit cells, one this and one second one this. So both are getting half and half, therefore half into 6. Why 6? Because there are 6 faces, then half into 6 is again 3. So the sum is for corners 1, for faces 3, to combine is again 4. Now we are doing some in-text question. What is the significance of lattice point? The lattice points denotes the position of a particular constituent in a crystal lattice. It denotes the position of a particular constituent. The arrangement of the lattice points is responsible for the shape. How the unit cells are, how the lattice points are arranged determines the shape of the crystalline solids. Now name the parameters. We are already studied the parameters: length, breadth and height, which are denoted by A, B, C, and the angle between them is alpha, beta and gamma. Next thing, distinguish between hexagonal and monoclinic unit cells. These are very simple points. Hexagonal, in hexagonal, length and breadth are equal, but height is not equal. But in monoclinic, not even single one are equal to each other. Length, breadth and height all are different. The values of length, breadth, height are different, then it is called monoclinic. The second criteria is the angle between the angle alpha and beta are equals to 90 degree, but gamma must be equals to 120. In monoclinic, alpha and gamma equals to 90, but beta is 120. Here alpha and beta are 90, here alpha and gamma are 90. Examples are zinc oxide and sodium sulfate. Now the difference between face centered and end centered. At face center, in both cases the atoms are always at the corners. The difference lies in face center, the atoms at center of each face, but in end center the atoms are also at end faces, here at each face, here at end faces. Face center for corners shared by 8 atoms, therefore end contribution is 1 for corners. For each face there are 6 faces. Each atom contributes only half to each face, therefore half into 6 is 3. So therefore 3 plus 1 is equals to 4. Now end center for corners 1, and again for centers again 1. Centers of end faces, therefore contribution is again 2. Last question is explain how portion of an atom is located at corner and body center. What portion? We have already said multiple times, for corners their share is 1/8, and 8 atoms, therefore again 1. Means 1/8 of part is shared. For body center it is shared fully by the single unit cell, therefore body center belongs entirely to unit cell. It is not shared by any other unit cell. Hope you got my points. Thank you for watching. For more videos, please come to YouTube.